Being a student can be tough and mistakes can easily be made. This is why you need to be fully prepared before starting your day. I'm Jake and I'm going to be giving you top 10 tips on how to survive as a student.
Step 1 is to have a good breakfast. Whatever your breakfast may entail, it is good to start off your day with good food and a good nutrition to have an early morning like this before you head to college. However, you must start with something simple at the beginning of your day.
For example, in the morning I like to indulge 2 freshly cooked pieces of toast, delicately toasted in delicious crispy texture, carefully marinated in rich smooth butter alongside a warm rustic cup of tea, diluted in semi-skimmed milk and poured into a preheated mug.
Or you can eat your Frosties. Step 2 is to plan your transportation in advance. Whether you prefer to walk, take a bus, get a train, or by car.
Not in my car.
If there's one thing worse than a disruptive student, it's a late student. This is why you should always arrive on time and make the most out of your lessons. What time is it?
About 10 o'clock, mate.
Oh, dearie me. As I mentioned earlier, food is a very important factor of your day. This is why lunchtime exists. Now, everybody loves a good sandwich at lunch. However, at all costs, avoid stinky sandwiches. But you may ask, what is a stinky sandwich? Here we have a tuna sandwich. It will tarnish your breath and make you stink of tuna for the rest of the day. Step number 5 is something you should never forget whilst being a student. Always embrace your passion and always make time for activities and hobbies. Your passion can be anything you want it to be. Whether you enjoy playing basketball, going to theme parks, building Lego, playing football, or even gaming, your passion should never be forgotten because of your work. Unless you play rounders. It is important to continue your studying even when away from college. This is where step 6 comes in. With things such as coursework, you need to put in those extra hours to get those good grades. Also, with homework, you need to make sure that you get it on time at a good standard, even though in the future it may be completely useless.
The next tip is important for the world we live in right now. Due to COVID, schools and colleges need to follow strict precautions to keep everyone safe, such as face masks, sanitising your hands, taking tests, and much more.
On top of all the precautions, a large number of students will need to do their lessons online. So, this is where step 8 comes into it. Make sure you do not have your camera on during lessons. And if you do, don't do this.
Jake, your camera's on again.
But your camera is not the only thing that needs to be turned off during lessons. Your microphone needs to be turned off as well, just in case something like this happens.
Jake, is this washing clean
Get
or
out!
dirty?
I'm working! Now, arguably the most important step to surviving your life as a college student is don't forget your pants.
Can I have my pants back now? Oi!
As I mentioned earlier, food is very important of your day. That's why lunchtime exists. Sandwiches are a great way to eat.